Alienware is going big at CES 2023, literally. It resurrected the M18, its 18-inch gaming laptop from almost 8 years ago. The M18 and several other new 2023 models have a refreshed look along with faster components. You'll get Intel's 13th generation HX CPUs along with NVIDIA's latest GeForce mobile graphics. The M18 might be one of the best desktop replacements you can buy this year. It's massive and powerful. It has a big 165Hz QHD screen in the taller 16:10 aspect ratio, so you can see more content at once. And it has a ton of ports. Inside it has user upgradable dual DDR5 RAM slots, and my favorite part is that you can cram up to 9 terabytes of storage in it. This model starts at $2,099, but this configuration coming first will cost $2,899. That's somehow not as expensive as I feared it would be. Alienware also debuted its latest swarm of thinner X-series gaming laptops, including a new flagship 16-inch model. Despite having a smaller body than last year's X17, the X16's display is actually 14% larger, and it can be configured with a speedy 240Hz QHD screen. This is also Alienware's first laptop to feature 6 speakers. The X16 will support Intel's promising 13th generation processors and NVIDIA's RTX 4090 with up to 175 watts of graphics power. I'm also excited about some quality of life improvements, like its V-Rail Edge that claims to improve the comfort of its palm rest and make it easier to lift the display. There's also a new rubber foot on its bottom that aims to improve airflow. The X16 starts at $2,149, but a high-end option that costs $3,099 will be available first. Alienware usually has 15 and 17-inch gaming laptops, but that's changing for 2023. In the X series, it'll have 14 and 16-inch models, while the M series is getting 16 and 18-inch models. All of these laptops will be released in the first few months of 2023. And if you don't want to shell out the big bucks for Alienware's latest mobile rigs, Dell's G16 might be more up your alley. It starts at $1499, and like the X16, the G16 supports up to a 16-inch, 240Hz QHD 16:10 aspect ratio display. It supports Intel's 13th gen HX processors along with NVIDIA's RTX 4070 mobile graphics. One big difference is that the G16 has a more playful and colorful design than the Alienware X16, but internally they're more similar than ever before. And for those keeping track, I just said 16 times. For this generation, it'll use Alienware's cooling system, which slightly shrinks the gap in terms of what you're getting in a more budget-conscious gaming laptop versus spending more for an Alienware model. In addition to laptops, Alienware is also announcing a 24.5-inch gaming monitor with an industry-leading 500Hz refresh rate and a 0.5 millisecond response time. It's meant for gamers who want speed and responsiveness above all else, even if resolution takes the backseat. It has a 1080p fast IPS LCD panel that supports NVIDIA G-Sync and its reflex latency analyzer, and it features HDMI 2.1 and DisplayPort. We first started hearing about these super fast displays a few months ago, but it seems like Alienware will be one of the first companies to bring this tech to the masses. And while the speed is great, it probably won't sway those who want the best possible picture quality in a gaming monitor, which is something that Alienware's gorgeous $1,100 QD OLED monitor can deliver. As for how much this 500Hz monitor will cost, Alienware promised during a briefing that it'll come in at less than $1,000, and it won't share a final price until we get closer to its March 2023 US launch window. In addition to monitors and laptops, Concept Nyx has returned for another CES after its debut at last year's show, and it has evolved into something that's more interesting and confusing than before. It's still Alienware's vision for the future of multi-screen gaming, which requires you to have one of its huge edge computing servers. With that, you can run multiple instances of games around your house. Something new for this year is a redesigned controller that looks interesting, if a little unwieldy. Theoretically, it'll have a fingerprint sensor on the Alienware logo to recognize who's playing it, to deliver personalized settings, or to automatically load into a favorite game. The Concept also has dual customizable scroll wheels on its bottom to make weapon or inventory selection a breeze. It looks like an Xbox controller, but with analog sticks in the PlayStation arrangement, and with a Steam controller-like thumbpad. Nyx is becoming Dell's catch-all concept that includes more than just gaming. It envisions futuristic productivity tools like a smart stylus that can draw AI images with your voice. Is anyone really asking for this? We can already create detailed AI images with minimal text input. It also shared plans for a spatial camera that can learn from your mannerisms and then insert an AI version of you in video calls so you don't have to be present at every moment. Who wants this? Did AI create this idea? Am I real? Am I real?
No.
You're not alone if you're skeptical about all of this. I know that I shouldn't get too wrapped up in concepts, but I'm disappointed that Dell has widened the scope here, because during last year's gaming demo, I actually felt like what I saw had a shot of releasing. And with this 2023 showing, I'm not so sure about that. Now, this was just a small taste of the big news coming out of CES 2023, and we have much more to show you, so stay tuned.